On January 27, 1979, the Hershey Bears hosted the Rochester Americans at Hersheypark Arena. The game's fairly insignificant in the Hershey Bears' 85-year history, but it had a great significance on my father's career. It was the second story he ever covered in his first sportscast with WTPA as a shaggy-haired 24-year-old doing the new weekend news for Channel 27. A quick preview of the game between the third and fourth place rivals began the love affair my dad had for the Bears over the next 4 decades. And while my dad loved the Hershey Bears, that wasn't always the case. As a kid born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland, he was a fan of the franchise's fiercest rival, the Baltimore Clippers. He attended games at the Baltimore Civic Center with friends, watching players like the great Willie Marshall playing his Win You Baltimore Clippers 45 after wins, a record we still have today, and cheering on the Bears' biggest rival. But being the sport nut he was, he greatly appreciated those rivals, which is why on March 28, 1973, as the Clippers made the trip north to Hersheypark Arena, he made the visit to Chocolate as well for his first Bears game in the old barn. From the stories my dad told me about the game, 2 things always stuck out. The first being my grandmother's fear of how steep the stairs were at the arena, reluctantly making her way on down to the box seating behind the net. And the other, the theme to the evening, Scotty Alexander night. 50 years later, almost to the day, I sit here reflecting on my father's connections to this franchise as he and other inductees join Scotty and all the others who have had such a profound impact on this franchise's history in the Hershey Bears Hall of Fame. As a reporter and anchor, the goal is to remain unbiased. But I'd be lying to say if my dad wasn't rooting for the Bears to be successful each and every game night. His passion to see the Hershey Bears succeed in all fields showed in the stories he told. From early days like dressing up as Coco the Bear for a package, to later stories such as covering the first outdoor game in franchise history, his deep and profound love for the Bears showed, making sure each story had the same care and passion he had from day one in 1979 to the stories he told 40 years later. Over those 4 decades, he covered 6 championships, numerous events from triple overtime winners to arena closings and openings, and made sure Bears fans had the chance to see 5 Calder Cup finals live on local television, broadcasting 3 cup-clinching games on air for Central Pennsylvania and the hockey world to see. He worked by the motto, anybody can see games and hear the scores of the NHL, NBA, MLB on national networks, but you can only find highlights of your Hershey Bears on your local station. He was a broadcaster and journalist by title, but a fan at heart. I'm grateful his passion continues to live on with so many people, myself included, and he knew how special this organization was. Having the highest honor of him being inducted into the Hershey Bears Hall of Fame would have meant the world to him. On behalf of my family, his friends, and his co-workers, I want to thank the Hershey Bears Hall of Fame committee for selecting Dad for this induction. Thank you to all my wonderful co-workers here with the Bears for their work on making sure this night was so special. And thank you, Bear Nation, for your continued passion, devotion, and care for this team we all love so much. Thank you so very much.